fam, my name is Eliana. Welcome to my channel dedicated to teaching Christian values. Today we will be talking about obedience from Ephesians 6 verse 1 to 3. Verse 1 says, "Children, obey your parents because you are Christians and because this is the right thing to do." Verse 2 says, "Honor your father and your mother, and your days on earth shall be long." Verse 3 says, "This is the most important commandment because it comes with a promise from God." So let's summarize this. It is basically saying that children, obey your parents not just because you are Christians, but because it's the right thing to do. And obeying them gives you a long-term promise on earth. It is giving you a promise from God, God Himself, telling you that you will live long on His earth. Now, we can also lean back on Proverbs chapter 6, which is saying to the parents, train a child in the way he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from that training. This is saying to parents that, parents, train your child the way you want them to be. Bring them up with the good values and teachings of God. Sometimes your children might be disobedient and they can be rebellious, but you can't just let that lead them. You can't let that lead it with you. You have to bend them, correct them. Sometimes they think they might be right, but you have to teach them. You have to learn that not everything will come the way they want it. They have to know that some things are restricted. They have to know that past mistakes have been made by you, and you don't want them to make those same mistakes. You don't want them to go through that hard part of your life. You want them to excel. So it is saying that, children, obey your parents, and parents, train your child the way you want them to grow up. So it is up to the two of you. The two of you have to work together, hand in hand, for everything to go together. Well, children, how can we listen? We can listen by obeying. Obedience in the Bible is defined as listening to God's words, loving Him, and trusting in Him. We can also do this for our parents by listening to their words, trusting in them, and we can also do this by loving them. Now, let me explain it like this. Imagine you wake up in the morning, you're tired and you're hungry, and your mom calls you and she says, "Can you help me go and do those dishes in the room because I am also tired?" You both of you had a rough night. Now in your brain you might be like, "Well, I am also tired and I just want to eat and go back to bed." But here comes the obedience part. In your heart you know you should obey, because obedience, it is better than sacrifice. And instead of sacrificing, saying you will do that thing later, you obey and go to do it. And it says not only saves you time when you wake up, but you also get enough rest and you don't get shouted at. Your mom is hungry, happy, and you are also happy. Now, it brings me to the part in the Bible where Abraham is told by God to go and sacrifice his only son on a mountain. Now, Isaac is following his father, blinded and tied by his hands, and he asks his father, "Father, where are we going to get the lamb or cow or sheep for the sacrifice?" Abraham says, "God will provide." They get to the mountain, and Abraham is preparing to is preparing to sacrifice his son. Abraham didn't complain to God and say, "But he is my only son, and how am I going to sacrifice him? For I am almost 100 years old without a child, and you want me to sacrifice him?" Abraham didn't discuss this. He only listened to God's instructions and he went with it. Isaac didn't also complain. He obeyed. He listened to his father. His father said, "God will provide," and he didn't say furthermore. You should also listen. By the time they got to the mountain, God told Abraham, "Do not sacrifice or harm that child, for I have provided a lamb. Check in the bushes." And there was a lamb. Both of them, they obeyed. Abraham obeyed God and Isaac obeyed his father. That is the key of obedience. Obedience, it is better than sacrifice, children. You can, in the future, you might say, "Oh, I want to help my mom I'm going to buy my mom a house. I'm going to buy my mom a car. I'm going to do this for my mom." But if you're not obeying them now, there is no way there's no way your mother or your father will appreciate those things you want to do for her in the future, unless you obey now. She sees that, "Oh, my child, he or she is doing very good, obeying me, listening to me, trusting in me, and loving me." In the future, your parents will be proud to say, that is my child. They obeyed me they obeyed me when they were little. Even though I made those mistakes, even though I didn't obey my parents, they obeyed me, they listened, and they are here now. They are here now growing. They are here now getting me surprises. If you don't obey them, in the future they'll say, you didn't obey me, and you're buying me the whole world, you're buying me a car, you're buying me a house, but you didn't obey me, and I'm not happy about that. I wouldn't want my child growing up like that. So children, you have to listen, you have to obey. Sometimes your parents, they might be annoyed, they might be frustrated, they might be angry, but you just have to listen, because in the future both of you will look upon these things and say, I can't believe I almost didn't listen to you, mommy. I can't believe I almost didn't listen to you, daddy. I am happy that I had listened to you then, because now look at the way my life is going. It is going good. It is going in God's direction. Mommy, thank you. Daddy, thank you. You will be proud of yourself. You will be happy to teach your children that obedience is the key. Obedience is better than anything in the world. Obedience is better than sacrificing anything. So, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this session with me, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on what I should read next in the comment section. Bye, guys. See you on the next one.